I will take that advice to heart. Let's go train a little more. I think getting everyone to level 60 will be ideal for the Elite Four. Oh. So, this is where that leads all this time later, huh? We might be screwed. Also, that sprite's kind of horrifying. Apparently, we're speed tied. Yeah, it might be a bad idea to talk to the trainers. That Miss Magia's sprite is nightmare fuel. I mean, it's only an area dose, so level 70 doesn't mean anything. Oh yes, it is, absolutely. It's easily one of my favorite ghost types. Then again, I like the ghost type in general. You don't know how true that is. You have no idea. Wow. A Pupitar that is 2 levels away from becoming Tyranitar. That is extremely tempting. Maybe he'll be part of like a post-game squad. Well, I don't know. We might actually get to our target level a lot quicker this way. A level 55 Eevee, huh? I won't disagree with you. I will say, I wouldn't say it's the best type, but it's definitely in my top 3 of all time. I honestly think that I can honestly name my top 3. It goes Dragon, Electric, then Ghost. Psychic would be 4th place, and then Fairies in 5th. Well, I figured out how to do that. Sadly, Raikou only seems to learn Thunder Shock. It's doing plenty of damage on its own regardless, but still. Guess I jumped the gun by using Thunderbolt on Ampharos, oh well. There was no way of knowing. I mean, I guess there is if I looked up a guide, but where's the fun in that? Pretty much if I run into these EVs, I'm just going to keep catching them. Huh. Just saw the Pupitar, didn't know I could get Larvitar as well. I've got to say, finding them that late at this point at those levels, that is extremely tempting. Also, I absolutely love Iron Thorns because it's just Mecha Godzilla. Yeah. But you can also tell that it was based on Godzilla. It was the second to last pseudo-legendary to not be a dragon type. Ain't that a shame? Well, you have a point there, then. Yeah, it lives underground. It becomes it pupates after it reaches a certain point in its life. Then it emerges as a very strong monster. I never really did understand the relationship of like how it becomes a pupa. Now it makes sense. Thank you for that. Finally. So sick of just using dig. Aggron, no. Metagross, yes. I wish Aggron was. It has all the makings to be one, yet it isn't. No, they aren't either. Unfortunately. What dictates the whether or not Pokemon is a pseudo legendary is its base stat total. What you look for is 3-stager, check. But does its base stat total equal 600? That's how you know. The starters do not fit that category. They're close. I believe one of the ones that gets closest is I think Blaziken and Charizard get extremely close. It's like 540 something. They're not quite there, but they're close. Now, technically speaking, in Gen 1, Venusaur did actually fit the criteria because its base stat total was over 600. But that's because, special stat, that was a mess back then. No. OHKO moves are not reliable. And is the only one to fit the criteria due to a technicality. Now, I do believe that its base stat total was significantly lowered. However, its Mega Evolution almost gets it back up to what it was back in Gen 1. Let's tell my buddy who wanted to use Pokemon like Lucario competitively. I was like, let me tell you something. After Lucario lost its Mega Evolution, it greatly fell off. It's still decent, but it's only like good for playthroughs, unfortunately. And with his Mega Evolution returning, well, now you have that option again. Mega Evolution is going to kind of dirty the playing field again. But oh well. I still welcome it because, honestly, all things considered, it was one of my favorite gimmicks. Want to know a funny trick? In battle, use the Poke Fluid for Pokemon's asleep. It's a free awakening. Oh yeah, I realized another thing about Bugsy handing out those two Pokemon. On a technicality, they both can learn X Scissor. So it's not too out of character. Yeah, I'm happy that Scarlet and Violet wasn't as bad about that. It was still it was there was still some hand holding, but it wasn't as bad as it was prior. Also, fun fact: if you manage to get a Pokeball and capture a Pokemon in Sword and Shield, you actually skip the capture tutorial. Leon's just like, oh, you already know how to capture Pokemon. Alright, let's move on. Something that many other games should have done in that era. The worst offender is still Gen 7 when it comes to being handholdy. Interesting. It's not impossible. I like how Pokemon Challenges does it. All right. We're all level 60. I think we have what it takes. Let's just go ahead and do it. I'm actually going to take these elixirs in with me because I'm using a lot of moves with low power points. Now that I'm really thinking about it. And I only have 2 of these, so might as well make them count. Okay. Max out on these. Grab a couple of these because it's all I can afford. Alright. Ain't nothing to do but to do it. What in the world? Oh, I get it. Right. Welcome to the Region League, Ryu. You know my name? Who are you? The name's Red, and I'll be your first opponent in the Region League. We've heard a lot about you. As for me, my fire Pokemon are tough, rough, and ready. Watch me rev right up and leave your team in flames. Let's rev it up! $59, huh? I'm relatively close to them. Well, that's annoying. Anyway, what Pokemon Challenges does, I believe he just kind of closes his eyes and then dashes in a random direction. And the first Pokemon he runs into, that's what he captures for the route. Okay, that crit was kind of crazy. That time there was no crit. Works for me. Oh, Flareon. Talk about your victim of circumstances. Yeah. He still does Dupe's Claws and but he kills shinies. Fun fact, back in the day, that was the only Pokemon that could legitimately learn that move. What is it with everything and surviving in red? Okay, I'm getting annoyed with this. Have you ever heard of gift? Wait, what? That's news to me. Ah, of course. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember hearing about that. Yep. Have you ever heard of, what was it? Ah, I lost my train of thought. Magmortar looks funny. Like, what? Talk about compressed images. What is it with everything surviving in red health? I'm seeing a trend here.